You came through in the clutch. Like, I told you to pull up tomorrow, and you pulled up tomorrow. Because at the time, like, other people were like, oh, let me check my schedule. Man, fuck your schedule.
At the end of the day, I'm sure there were other filmers that were probably better than me at the time.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that I was like on it. Maybe I was lacking the skill, but I still like made sure I wasn't lacking anywhere else. Yo, can you do this edit? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And then like 3 hours later, I'm just like watching YouTube tutorials, trying to do it. And I send it to you, and you're like, oh, this is clean. I was like, oh, I know it's clean, bro. I do this.
Random question for Gabe, but how did he first get into film and editing? It's always been a hobby I've had and been interested in. Editors and filmers out there.
I didn't realize I wanted to do it until like my last year in college. Like I went through a couple majors. It's like physical therapy, like crime scene investigator. And I was like, I saw these things like in the movies and the shows, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like, let me do it. And then I realized that I didn't like it because it was actually cool. I just liked how the movies and how it was filmed and shot. And I was like, okay, maybe like I like filming and shooting. And then I started watching YouTube videos to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I just started watching YouTubers, and I was like, oh, motherfuckers getting paid to do this? Like life looked pretty chill.
Yeah.
And then I tried it, and then it just came to me naturally.
Well,
I kind of just doubled down.
Who was you, like, which YouTubers were you watching?
First it was David Dobrik, and then it was Justin Escalona. And then I saw Justin Escalona. This is when I wasn't living in LA. This is when I was like had like dreams to live in LA. And then he was like ideal of like what I wanted to do. He was in USC, like a film school in like LA. He was in a frat. We were in the same frat, but he was in a frat in USC. He was like meeting artists, like he was friends with like Khalid and stuff. His day-to-day looked pretty chill. Like he was just out filming, vlogging, hanging out with friends. And then I just kind of saw something being done, and I was like, there's no reason why I can't. Because most people like see things and they're like, damn, it can never be me, this and that. I kind of just had this blind faith that it'll work out, and I just kept doing it. Mainly when I met you was when I kind of like just took it on as like a potential career thing. Because before that I was just doing like it for fun on the side, freelancing. I was like shooting friends' music videos.
Yeah, let's be honest. You wasn't getting anywhere with that. What the fuck?
Excuse me? I almost went on tour. I could have left if I made a different decision.
No. Gabe would have had no career if he didn't meet me. You guys gotta get lucky.
Nah, what you gotta do is join our job Discord.
There was a handful amount of videographers that came before Gabe, and at the time I wasn't paying Gabe that much either. I'll keep it a buck. Like you was getting paid what, like 100, 200 a shoot?
Yeah.
It'd be like a 3-4 hour shoot. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't like slave work.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, this is because for me it was more about the process.
Yeah,
and I was fine with making a lot less if I was enjoying life.
Right.
So I was just like, all right, I'm sure this could do something if I keep like leveling up as a person.
Humongous thing is timing, right? Because there was a handful of people that came before you, and they were valid too, right? Yeah. And I've taken them on trips to Miami. I've taken them on trips. I mean, they were handling the camera like decently well, but they were still in college, right? They had
it was all timing, yeah.
This was at a time where you just graduated college, so you had like some time to yourself to kind of explore this a little bit, and you had some risks you could take on because it's like you were young. You were like 21, 22.
I had nothing like holding me back. Yeah. Especially when we moved to LA, I was like, bet, let's go. Versus like, maybe next semester or
and you had no girl either. Like, oh man, that's another thing. Like, look, if you got a girl at home and you trying to move out to pursue your passion, some people just would not do it.
Yeah, I broke up with my girl. It's like, sorry, babe, I gotta work with Jimmy.
I remember Gabe was down bad. Every
that was my first relationship.
After every shoot.
You too. We was both trading. We was both trading girlfriend times.
I would look. At the time, I was done with Sylvia. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
But you, after every shoot, we will be on the subway, and you were like, yo, bro, I don't know if I should break up with her, bro. I love her, but like,
yo, what the? I did not say that. Yeah, Shawty held me back.
She did. Do not let a girl hold you back from your passions and your career.
Anything,
especially in your 20s.
I just saw this opportunity and I just kind of said like, this is a no-brainer. So like when you would hit me up last minute to shoot, and I'd have work that day, I would just give up my shift or just not go.
That's fire.
And then I was just like always there, just like ready for it.
Yeah.
And then whenever I was there, I would just like give it my all and just work and stuff. It went from just filming to like, yo, can you do this? And I was like, yeah, I could do that. And I go figure out how to do that shit. You know how to edit? Yeah, bro, I got you. Yo, can you do this edit? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And then like 3 hours later, I'm just like watching YouTube tutorials, trying to do it. And I send it to you and you're like, oh, this is clean. I was like, oh, I know it's clean, bro. I do this. And I just go comment on the YouTube channel like, yo, thank you so much.
There was a trip that we took. It was the LA trip back in 2020, right before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, January?
Yeah, it was like January 2020. If you guys remember I did this David Dobrik video. I did
went to
this
USC.
video where I went back to college. Gabe shot all of that in a span of a week. I think we shot like
There was
4 or 5
5,
videos.
yeah.
I was like, damn, this man can work.
There was even one time where like we got caught by security, and then they tried to take the SD card.
Oh yeah.
And then like I swapped it out really fast and gave him the old one.
I'm not gonna lie, that was like heavy, like think on your feet, like stuff like that awarded you brownie points. I was like, damn, this also like during that trip, I think it was your idea to like make a sign for David Dobrik and like shoot it up a wall.
Oh yeah.
And like just like different ways to actually get in.
I also stuck into
that David Dobrik party.
I like remember the day before I went into the frat house.
Oh yeah, to kind of scope out.
I'm technically a Kappa Sig.
Yeah.
And I went in there. I was like, yeah, I'm Kappa Sig, New York. What's up? And then I got like the floor plan of the house.
Yeah.
Where to attack, where to go.
Stuff like that, like definitely awarded you the job, I would say. Do you think it helped that maybe you vibe with Gabe more than previous editors, or did you fuck with them just as? Yo, there was a couple that I fucked with. Like,
Oh word? Huh? You fuck with other filmers editors? That's crazy. I thought I was the only one.
there was my boy Danny. Like, he filmed like a chunk of my videos back in 2018.
Like in Miami and shit.
In Miami, yeah, he was with me on Miami. I don't know if like the 25 people listening to this right now know who Danny is.
Yeah, he was my top competitor.
I would say he definitely was, just because like actually I fuck with him a lot on the sense that like he was a dog too.
Oh yeah.
They're like whenever we go on trips, he be on Tinder swiping like OD, bro.
Yeah.
Like and off rip, like he was just like on brand. For a skinny guy, he could hold a camera for a long duration of time.
I was like, where is this going?
If you're a filmer, you gotta have crazy stamina. Gabe actually came into the channel after the Akatsuki shoot happened, so late 2019.
The first one I shot was the test Beyblade video
Yeah,
at Washington Square Park.
yeah.
Not the actual one.
What's the story of Gabe meeting Jimmy? You wanna tell him that?
My girlfriend at the time, I was dating her, whatever. I was like pursuing YouTube. I was like shooting stuff. She just sent me. This is the first time she ever like helped me with something like career wise or whatever. And she sent me like this one of your videos where in the beginning you're like, hey, I'm looking for like a filmer,
Yeah.
videographer in New York and an editor. So she sent me that and she was like, oh, you should message him.
Oh, she was a fan?
Yeah, she was a fan. I didn't have any other friends that were like doing film stuff. I didn't know any YouTubers or nothing. So
Yeah.
I was like a random dude in college with like 300 followers with like, I didn't really post shit like that.
Right.
I had like no experience in like the content creating space.
Yeah.
And this is before TikTok too, when like there's already a rare amount of like creators. And then I just sent you like a DM of like some shit I shot recently.
I think you shot like a concert.
I literally edited it the night before. I posted it. I sent it to the artist.
Yeah.
Then I sent it to you. And I also did this model shoot where it was just B-roll. I sent it to you. And you were like, oh yeah, bro, dope. Let's shoot.
Like, you was 1 out of 12 that I like responded. You came through quick. Like, you came through in the clutch. Like, I told you to pull up tomorrow and you pulled up tomorrow. Because at the time, like, other people were like, oh, let me check my schedule. Man, fuck your schedule. Right?
I said yeah, and then afterwards I was like, all right, let me get free tomorrow. And I called my coworkers, like, yo, can you take my shift tomorrow? And luckily, all my coworkers were down bad or hungry to work. So I released my shift on the app. That shit'll get taken in like 20 minutes.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Respect Gabe a soldier. You really was.
I really was.
That level of like dedication, I think maybe, the kids listening to this could take away. It's just like you have to,
you gotta give it your all.
By any means necessary. You can't just, half as like, oh, let me work my day-to-day job and also let me try to make this work. Not like
because like at the end of the day, I'm sure there were other filmers that were probably better than me at the time.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that I was like on it.
Yeah.
Maybe I was lacking the skill, but I still like made sure I wasn't lacking anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. Just like people that like work at a restaurant or work like a 9 to 5 and then they say I want to be an actor.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's cool, like to pursue that. But like you gotta be real that there are other people that are doing nothing else but trying to be an actor.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna beat them.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like give it your all and like be real with yourself. And like when you see opportunity, like opportunities are slim.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like Gabe was losing money. Like he was losing money that he could have been making at Max Brenner's.
Oh yeah, I was serving at a restaurant. I was making like $300-400 a night.
So he would not make $300-400 a night just to film for me for free, bro. When you think about that,
yeah, good thing I didn't have an account at the time. Like, yo, what you doing?
Like, no fucking way, you worked that back.
Yes, sir.
It's like, how many people would actually do that? At the time, obviously, it doesn't make sense financially, but it's just, obviously, like, in the long run, it fucking paid off. But yeah, I would say the same thing applied to me for my YouTube. Like, my senior year of college, I had a 2.2 GPA. I was giving up schoolwork to make YouTube and Facebook videos. I was not making any money from that. I mean, I was getting some followers. Goes to show that like when something when there's like true purpose behind something, you gotta eliminate things that don't matter.